cognitive screen highlights several shapes of several buildings in a small settlement. The only one on the planet is a Winterscale Dynasty outpost. We visit? After a lengthy descent to the planet, you're rewarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of long columns of uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and the large headquarters topped with a massive antenna of an ancient Voxcaster. The binary suns hanging in the sky make every object cast two shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodian and his people go out of their way to give you esteemed guests a proper reception, but the resources are scarce at best. Talk to him. Custodian shares alarming news. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries of core Winterscale worlds, but 2 ships already failed to arrive on schedule. Locals do not have an astropath of their own. The custodian cannot determine the cause or delays of the outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, and the custodian sends an urgent request for provisions. He's begging you for help, offering a little of his settlement as an exchange. Yeah, we'll give him some supplies. Okay. Will be nice. It says not explored, but not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. To plasteel, yeah. All right, ship space battle. There's evidence of recent scuffles straight ahead of us. Throne take me. This is not a frigate. This is a gutted piece of metal. Blimey, the culprits are here too. It's an Aladari freaks. I recognize the shiny asses even from this distance. Except the xenos are acting suspiciously. They're hovering in place and not even trying to run. Should we approach it or open fire? Call for your people. Something is wrong. The children of Assyrian are dismayed. But doing something like this to a monkey vessel? No, we are not animals. I appeal to the prudence of your promise you made, and not to destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the Augur crew. The situation is unusual. Xeno ships display no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there's however, the survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessels, the Imperium. We've also spotted some drifting plating remains that belong to a third unidentified ship. Identify the third ship. I'm reporting that the hull fragments belong to the Drukari Xenos race, but the presence of the ship in the system at the same time has not been confirmed. Rescue? It'll be done. Got some Xenos artifacts and some fuel. Scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers of the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they were able to tell us what happened. During the patrol, the frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drukari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first they attacked from a distance, but soon aboard the frigate and wreaked bloody massacre on the decks. It was only by sheer miracle that the surviving officer managed to escape, locked themselves in a hidden technical compartment on the Xenos had no use for. Survivors claim that the Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap at its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between Eldari and Drukari is an unusual sight. Yet, such an outcome is hardly surprising. Why, Master Interrogator? I was thinking exactly the same thing. At least you and I could finally agree on something. How blind are the monkey and the vices of their own kind? Humans attack a ship of the children of Assyrian, sailing peacefully by. But it's my kinspeople who are to blame. No, my kind would not butcher the Dark Ones of their own volition and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here, something I'm afraid to even consider. Alright, send a shuttle to scout the xeno ship. Lord Captain, the scouts confirm an early report. The xeno ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Eldari nor their bodies were discovered. Oh, we're late again. We've done everything we could. We're leaving. Man. I kind of like these little interactions that we have throughout these. Flying around. Just a planetoid. A gas planet? Crew retreated for... We're treated with a truly impressive sight. A colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions themselves were mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest, the storm of the end-all storms. The Lord Captain and his officers observed it from a safe distance through the bridge's huge viewing windows. Someone suggested giving it a name, the Emperor's Wrath. It garnered the most votes. Some of the crew believed the storm, you know. We can only hope that it's an omen of great things to come. Alright, nothing else. It's kind of cool. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alright. So we know we can go further up. That's probably where we're going to head. I have no idea where our other planet is that we need to go, their other system. We gotta go up here. So we'll go here, we'll make it a safe route. Do unsafe. I've never traveled an unsafe route. Alright, everything is fine. Let's see what we got in this system. Not much. Prisoners of Ice. Strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites on the frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no sign of injury. It's as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place, their eyes wide open, hair fanning out behind. Search uncovered nothing that could explain it. Interesting. It's a void station. Scan. Mass steel. I kind of want to save the extractums for other things. Things I don't have. Scan. The rogue trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus void station and is met with hostile scrutiny in the station's defense layers. An explorator, Lexomechanic, was introduced himself as Service Unit 42. Dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the rogue trader. Trade. Upon consulting data with the station's main cogitator, Lexomechanic Service Unit 42 confirms that the station requires rare transuranium elements or natural gas of research, for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the rogue trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus represented on football will certainly repay him. Football. Pay me. Sure. Give us fuel. Alright. That was a quick system. Alright, so scan. Okay, we're gonna do another. Should we make it safe? Let's make it safe. Fundus Nullus. Okay, we'll start up here. It's a funky looking planet. Valley of Sleep. Crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur date suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they were headed to a deadly trap or even come here to die on purpose. Study the gas. Failed. Alright. Yo, we don't know. Gas. Giant. Nothing there. A Hulk. Augurs have detected a wreckage of a void ship vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. Look for the source. No evidence that it could have produced such. Okay. Pick up several pieces. Made of plasteel, the rest is some unknown material. Studying the fragments further is nigh impossible due to the severe corrosion. Scan. It's look more like an asteroid than like it's flying around, don't it? Planetoid. Ice world. Smuggler's cache. Oh, yes. Give me those medics. Stim. Okay. User immediately gains 4 movement points and 4 AP. The next turn, they're... oh, everything's reduced by 2. Okay. Alright, we got the Starship Remains. Nothing. Alright. Alright. For me, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Caffeine hit me? I think so, yeah. Alright. So, getting out of here. Oh, should be getting hopefully closer to one of my planets. New route. Go. Yeah, I haven't found my other one yet. This map is huge. Is so huge. Wish I could zoom further out. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna make it safe. Let's go. Let's visit. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line. I can report that the request from the capital world of the Von Valancia dynasty is finally at an end. Okay. Dargonus is straight ahead. We receive countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know if their master will be when they'll be arriving. So I'm a little worried about this because it looks like Voitvir was already here doing something. So I don't know what he was doing. Merchant captains taking refuge in the orbital docks of Dargonus race to send you the priceless welcoming gifts and hope to buy your favor to make an impression on the rogue trader. They should exercise patience. It'll be done. Lord Captain will be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Dargonus, so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalander, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora. I am counting on your benevolence. Alright, I want to look at other stuff. I want to look at the rest of my system. Okay, we already got some Phlogiston already. Also, what is it? Was it Y? Oh, here we go. Your Lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Giannis. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among the population in remote agri-complexes. Aside from the obvious disfigurement and subsequent estrangement of these mutants, called wretches by the rest of the colonists, are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving ritual worship of the land. While they display no disobedience or hostility, their very existence is concerning. The members of the Magos Biologists, who tasked with healing Giannis, found the mutation to be missing from the catalog and recommended studying it and eradicating it immediately afterward. Giannis nobility humbly awaits your decision. What do we know about the wretches? Their mutations cause the loss of skin pigment and the shedding of hair. So me? I don't go outside and I'm losing my hair. It's me. They found me. The eyes are some have started developing nictitating membranes similar to the reptiles. Okay, that's not me. Others succumb to progressive atrophy of the larynx, causing loss of human speech. At the same time, their tendons become denser and more elastic, providing increased endurance and load resistance. Wait a minute, we can use these workhorses. The wretches are commonly ostracized due to their grotesque appearance. There haven't been too many cases of mob justice yet, but they'll become commonplace after mutation deformities become more obvious. The wretches tend to form groups with similarly affected people. Their average level of intelligence is low. They belong to the labor caste and communicate amongst themselves using primitive vernacular of their own invention. As for the barbaric region, they are defying both the soil and Giannis itself. To them, working in agri-complexes is a form of worship, which has a positive impact on productivity. What do the advisors have to say? I saw your agents picked recordings, signs of these Monkey leave behind their idols. I cannot deny a pathetic, though extremely abstract connection to the symbols of my people. The guttural prayers echo the sounds of the children of Assyrian speech. Probability of them having come to such close contact with our civilization is non-existent, yet they are here somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them in distant abodes, where they'll not be harmed for their... Okay. Keep watch. Someday the truth may be revealed. The blessed sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should the sentence of them without further study, mutants should exist, or their whose existence is fully sanctioned, such as Ogrins, Ratlings, Pariahs, yada. Our library has many treaties with the Generator's craft, and I could impart some of that knowledge to your servants, pure theoretical. Mutation is not properly studied and is missing from the catalog. I am not registering a basis and delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation to genetic makeup of these forbidden strains. I think we resettle them because it made it sound like they'd be good, really good at doing the labor work. I feel these monkey have been touched by something worse. Mysterious relic and hand group of wretches turned out to be an item of a xeno origin. As unlikely the mutation understood the nature of the object they worship. Okay. So if we want to do another, we can't do these. Following must complete the Protectorate Giants. Don't know what that is. A quest, maybe? I can't do these because I chose this one. So I can't do any more. Yeah, I can't do it. That I know of. Yeah, I think I have to wait. I'm not sure what we're getting off of this planet. Nothing. That's what we're getting. Nothing. The Adeptus Mechanicus ship. Lord Captain, a transport bearing shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Magos Tarzus delegation intends to board our ship and gain audience with your lordship. It's exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. Many of the tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with laity. It is regrettable. What do they want? The honorable servants of the Omnissiah have ignored our request. Such arrogance is hardly trivial. Rather appears to be part of their intimidation tactics. Yeah, we'll receive them. We'll be done. I want to know what they're here. Requested permission to be present at the audience. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully they don't attack. I think we're good here. My Cassia's up front. These tech priests are so cool looking. Priesthood of Mars walks towards it, gazes fixed on Pascal. Oh, okay. So Opticon from Footfalls here. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest. What? Diplomacy mode engage. Announcement. Adeptus Mechanicus offer their apologies. Would like to inform you that necessary conducting the operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit on the Rogue Terrier's territory. Study them. You identify a rare armor of enormous tech priest is wearing as a secutor's plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce the status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe to the point of endangering its operation. Okay. Slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsors shake in the tech priest's body and a painful sounding hiss comes from its vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There's an air of concern about the way he's frequently glancing over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. So something happened to him where he went haywire, I'm assuming. Who are you? An instrument of Omnissiah authorized to punish and extract vengeance, but known by designation Tarzus Hanuman. Identification codes recognize and confirm these units say who they declared to be. Okay. What charges? Heretic who renounced the dogmas of cult mechanics in favor of delving into the forbidden. Okay, so he's accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Cava Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of Omnissiah. Faulty unit will be removed. In the name of Omnissiah, I condemn you. You are malfunctioning, Tech Carmed. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. He is willing to undergo holy torment deterioration, which, however, does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pascal Hanuman have been informed that implicates you, having learned that you, a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist of the service of the Rogue Trader von Valancius, we have come here with the goal in meeting you, intercepting you, engaging you in combat. What proof do you have the tech priest claims to be? According to the archive entry, Magos explorator Tarzus Hanuman served on, maintained the ship identifier classification in the capacity of reliquary caretaker. He sustained extensive damage in both the organic and sacred part of his body, a series of sacrilegious breaches in the rite of operation and assassination attempt. Only statistically fortunate coincidence by the Omnissiah's grace, his operational capacity preserved him to the dawn of Goliath model. Sacred battle harnesses should preserve his vital functions. Archive entry personally sealed data by the captain of the identifier classified. For vengeance, I thirst as I thread the path of vengeance, following a blasphemous miscreant's bloody tracks.